What's good, homies? What's good? It's your man, Dr. BOA, man. We back up in the joint again, man. Welcome back to another episode of the High Altitude Show. I'm your host with the most, the often imitated, never duplicated, Dr. BOK, Dr. BOA, aka Book of Alpha Randoming, man. So let's get ready to do this, man. Hey, listen, man. I appreciate y'all being in the building, man. But y'all know if you want to be a part of this live chat, man, you got to go to the main channel page, man. Go ahead and get down with it. We about to put it in the game, man. Y'all know how we living. Y'all know how we love it. So go ahead over there, man. Next to that subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Next to that join button, click that join button, and go ahead in there, man, and join this thing. Come on back in here, kick it with us, man. Because you know we had to go incognito. We come in here and drop the prism of the ism, man. So look, man, I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. We got another phenomenal show lined up for the night, man. Another phenomenal show lined up for the night. Now, y'all see these two arrows behind me. They mean one of two things. When you're dealing with D-Bras out here, man, you got one of two choices. You can go the P route, or you can go the simp route. It's up to you. It don't really matter to me which one you do, as long as you understand the consequences and repercussions of going the wrong route. And what we're going to talk about today is some of the things that we see happening with these guys. And most recently, we're going to talk about Jonathan Majors, man, a man who has spent his entire adult life making simp moves when they come to these bras, man. And I'm going to tell you, that don't ever pan out for nobody. It's all good while you in the hood, but then when you move out and realize that you can't come back, then it's a different ball game at that point. And what I mean by that analogy is you can be in a relationship and talk about how wonderful it is until you hit that back end that all men hit in no relationship. I say all because the majority, you know what it means, man. This man is dealing with these things he's dealing with, man, because of a bunch of simp things that he's been doing and a bunch of reasons that he was taught these things. You'll be surprised, man. Guys be talking about why we still do this content, why we still talk about these things, because men need them, bruh. Men need these things. You got to understand this. The manosphere sector of YouTube is so small. Like it's small. It's like a penny. It's like one penny in a piggy bank full of pennies. You know what I'm saying? It's like one penny in a barrel of pennies worth $30,000. Like it's nothing. It's so small that there are men who are coming to the realization of what you're dealing with when you're dealing with the average woman out here, man, every single day. So now you have a man who's lost everything. You know what I'm saying? He's lost everything but his life. And that's just not a good place to be, man. And so we're going to talk about that today, man. I want y'all to understand 10 things all men can learn from Jonathan Majors losing everything simping for these bras, man. You can't do it, bruh. You can't ever do it. Anytime you simp for a bra, you're going to lose. Every single time. Royalty, I see you, my brother. SJ3, my brother in the building. Salute, always represent. Robert Spoon, what's good with your spoon? King Abraham in the building, man. Dr. Noble J. Bay, I see you in the building, man. Salute. JK all day is in the building, man. Keep it retro. What's good? What's good? Good to see you in the joint. T. Norris, what up, man? What up? Stephen A. Clark. Stephen Clark, man. I'm gonna call you Stephen A. Smith there, man. Stephen Clark, what up with your Clark? Logic before emotion. I see you in the building, man. Mellow, what's good, dog? Rianne Apple. Salute. I appreciate you being in the joint. Appreciate you being in the joint. Make sure we ain't missing nobody, man. Benny Bless Dunn, aka the mental acumen, man. Salute. The Mr. J, I see you in the building, man. DJ Fresh, hey, what song is this? That hook go crazy. Yeah, man, that's one we got coming, man. We got that one coming, man. You know what I'm saying? And somebody asked me the other day, man, why you be playing song, man? You ain't scared. Hey, man, I don't play nothing on here, man. That ain't copyrighted, bro. You know what I'm saying? What kind of respect could I demand from anyone if I would do something silly like that, man? Hog 77, what's good with you, brother? I appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's what it is, Fresh. Hey, hit me up, man. DM me, bro, and we'll talk it out, man. Let's get to work. Let's do something, bro. Bodyguard Athletics, man. Salute. Keep tapping. What up, KT? Blocks deep. I see you, man. What's good with you? Primal in the building. What up? Now, Mixer Rock, what's good with you, man? Good to see you in the joint, man. You know, we stretching out, getting overseas and everything, man. All right, let's get into this thing, man. So, what I decided to do, man, is I don't really care about this case. I don't care nothing about it. I don't sympathize with nobody who be no simp for no bribe. If you're gonna be a simp, man, then you deal with what you're gonna get from it. Donnell Phillips, I see you too, man. Bama, what's good, bro? Good to see you in the joint. Doc Phil in the joint too, man. Salute. Person Miller, what up, P Mill? Now, what I decided to do, man, since I don't care nothing about the facts of these things or none of that, but I have watched some content and so I was listening to the homie MTR take on it, man. He covered it. He covered the he's been covering the case, man, doing a phenomenal job on it. And that's how I've been keeping up with it. I've been keeping up with it through MTR. So what I decided to do, man, he broke this down today, man. Phenomenal video, man. I'll link it in the description, man. And I want y'all to understand, man, that this brother's a phenomenal content creator, man. He did a phenomenal job on this. So what we're gonna do, I took a clip from his take on it, man, and he really got down deep in it because I don't want to talk about this. I want to talk about why this is, what this is, and how you can avoid it. You know what I'm saying? So we all have our gift to give, and this is his, man. So I'm gonna share that with y'all right now, man, and then we'll come back when we'll give our commentary on it, man, and we'll go ham. And get your pens and pads out, man, because we're gonna go ham. And if you don't like a little language, man, you probably want to get out of this one right here. This one ain't gonna be for you. This one ain't not gonna be for you, man. So I see you, man. Three Kings, I see you, man. Famo, salute. I think I saw Q in here too, man. I saw Q in here.
18th act.
All right, so let's get into this, man. All right, let me holler at the homies who just came in. D False, what's good with you, man? Three Kings, I see you. Famo, salute. Quinn Dixon, QD, salute. You're in the building, man. You in the building. We blocks deep in here. Seminole, salute, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the dub, man. Salute BOA. The sphere might be small, but it's quality over quantity. And channels like yours is the high quality focused content that a lot of black men need. You and the rest, like the uncles and big bro, we don't have. Salute, man. Salute. So just the mission, man. All praise to do the job, man, for the gift, the gab, and for the gift, the gab to make a woman walk the slab and give me every dollar she'll ever have for selling her ass. So, I appreciate it, man. It's a gift, and I appreciate it, man. And salute to y'all, brother, man, for putting the work in. Alan Nurse, I see you in the building, man. All right, let's get into this, man.
Actor Jonathan Majors, once a promising and fast-rising Hollywood star, was found guilty on 2 out of the 4 charges in a domestic violence criminal case in New York on Monday afternoon. He was found guilty on 2 counts, assault in a 3rd degree and harassment in the 2nd degree, relating to an incident with his former girlfriend, Grace Jabbary. Each of the charges in which he was found guilty is considered a misdemeanor in New York. In the mixed verdict, the jury found Majors innocent of intentional assault in the 3rd degree and aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree. 1st degree assault is the most egregious. You use a weapon to cause intense bodily harm. 2nd degree assault, you may use a force multiplier such as a bat, but you don't cause intense bodily harm. Both of these versions of assaults are felonies, with the 3rd degree being a misdemeanor because there was not a force multiplier and you didn't cause grave bodily injury. The encounter between Majors and Jabbary took place in Manhattan on March 25th. Prosecutors accused the 34-year-old Majors of attacking her in the back of her car and then picking her up and pushing her back into the car when she tried to follow him out of the vehicle at the downtown intersection. The two had argued in the car after Jabbary saw a text Majors had received from another woman. Prosecutors said Jabbary grabbed the actor's phone and Majors reacted by pulling her finger, twisting her arm behind her back, and hitting her head in an attempt to retrieve his phone. Majors eventually jumped out of the car at an intersection when Jabbary tried to follow him. Video evidence showed Majors picked her up and shoved her back into the car. Majors ran down the street with Jabbary chasing after him. I've gone over that video recently. It is ridiculous to me to think that you can catch a misdemeanor assault charge off of the way that he put her back in the vehicle. But that's why I tell you guys so often in these cases, do not put your hands on women in any manner unless you are defending yourself, unless your life is on the line. Majors went back to the hotel while Jabbary, who testified that she didn't want to be alone after the attack, went out to the club.
Now, I'll tell y'all this. I agree with MTR. You should never put your hands on a woman. You should never be around a woman that you have to put your hands on. You should never have a woman in your presence who does that type of thing or disrespects in that type of way, or where your energies just doesn't mix, or where the entire energy gets so toxic when you're together, or anything that would happen that would even create a situation where you would have to keep yourself from putting your hands on a woman. It should never come up. It should never be a challenge to keep yourself. It should never be something that happens in your life where you have to work on keeping yourself from putting your hands on a woman because the situation is so volatile. It should never be that way. If you got to do that, then you're dealing with the wrong type of woman. And also, you're the wrong type of man for that woman. Let's get back into it, though.
When Majors returned to his apartment some hours later, he allegedly found her unconscious and called 911 to report that he thought she may have tried to self-delete. The jury heard this 911 call. So again, she was attacked, had all of these injuries, and went to the club. And speaking of being at the club, remember before when she said that she had a broken finger? Well, this is security cam footage of her 3 hours after she claimed the incident took place. That's her right there. And that's her right hand being used effectively to go up the steps. And there's another video that was taken 2 hours later as she's at the after hour spot at the Moxie Hotel in New York, where she seems to be dancing and using her hand effectively. Let's watch. Pay attention to the bottom right side of the screen. She's coming in the focus right here. Here's a zoom in. Now watch. She gets twirled around using that right hand. You can see her right there in plain view. Wow, she looks fine, huh? If you broke your hand, you would not be holding your phone.
It was $13 if I'm ever homeless in like 5 years. Yeah, you owe
That hand seems very active. Also take note that through her description of what's going on between her and Jonathan Majors, she never makes any reference to any violence.
We'll get her a dog.
We got it. I have a card here too. Should I cancel it?
Okay. Here's a switch plate.
Okay. No, I'm not going to put. Can you guys cancel it? No. I like to know.
All right, now Majors is entering the picture. Watch now. He looks at her. However, Majors was arrested by the NYPD officers who had responded to that call. They found Jabari with cuts, bruises, and a broken finger. Jabari was cleared of mental health concerns after a relatively brief 3-hour examination. Majors was originally charged with assault in the 3rd degree with intent to cause physical injury, assault in the 3rd degree recklessly causing physical injury, aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree, and harassment in the 2nd degree. After his arrest, Majors also accused Jabari of assaulting him, but the Manhattan District Attorney's Office did not pursue those charges against her. Remember that while she provided pictures of a lacerated ear and claimed, allegedly, that he broke her finger, Majors also provided evidence back of deep cuts on his body. And for whatever reason, that side of the case gets thrown out. Hope y'all are paying attention. During the trial, the jury saw and heard evidence that the March 2022 incident was not the first time Majors may have hurt Jabari. In a series of text messages between Jabari and Majors from September 2022, the couple discussed a prior conflict in which Jabari suffered head injuries.
Now, see, I want y'all to understand that this is a toxic situation that this brother should have been out of. We talking about Jonathan Majors. This brother has been on the rise throughout all of this. He's been on his climb. He's been on his ascension to whatever the epitome of his career was going to be. And even he is behind the scene dealing with this type of shit. Why? Because it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much fame you have, man. All that matters is how well you represent yourself and how well you remember to apply the prism of the ism to your interaction with these women, brother. You got to do it.
Majors threatened to self-delete, writing, "I'm a monster, a horrible man, not capable of love." The jurors also heard an audio recording of a separate argument that the two had the same month, in which Majors told Jabari that she needed to act more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama.
She needs to act more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama. No, she doesn't. You need to have a woman who already acts like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama. See, this is what happens when you put a woman in a position in your life that she don't deserve. All it takes for her not to deserve the position is not to be the one that you want, not to be the type that you want, not to have the characteristics that you want, not to represent the way that you want her to represent. That's all it takes. Why is this guy in some type of committed relationship with a woman when he got other women in his phone? What the hell is wrong with y'all? You act like you need a woman so much that if she's out of your life, you're going to have a problem. And I'm going to tell you why it is. It's because of the childhood nursery rhyme, the childhood fairy tale syndrome. See, we think it only affects girls, but no, it affects you too. Yes, it gives a little girl the princess syndrome, which then becomes the queen syndrome, which then becomes the ruler of the world syndrome, which then becomes the God is a woman syndrome. But it gives you a syndrome too. Because while she's living a fairy tale life, she's the princess who you have to save, and she's the queen that you have to obey, and she's the ruler that you have to adhere to, and she's the God that you have to worship. Look at the mindset that it gives you as a man, to where no matter how much money you get, no matter how much fame you get, no matter how much respect you get, you still feel like you got to put a woman in a position where you have to acquiesce to her demands. And in America, that's a fool's move. It may be a fool's move in other places around the globe. Some of the guys come in sometimes like, BOA, it's just like that in, just like that in the UK. It's just like that in Australia, BOA. It's just like that. Listen, I get it. I appreciate y'all, brother, for letting us know that. But I'm telling you like this, I know for a fact it's like that in America, man. Because here's the thing. You've been taught that girls are more important than boys, which means teenage cheerleaders are more important than football players, which means your math teacher is more important than your basketball coach, which means your mom is more important than your dad, which means your sister is more important than your brother, which means your girlfriend is more important than your best friend, which means your wife is more important than your best man, which means, you see what I mean? There's a cycle, which means your son is more important, your daughter is more important than your son. Shaquille O'Neal is the perfect example of that. Shaquille O'Neal said, man, 18, his son's got to get out the house. Man, you mean tell me that you're going to put a young black man out the house at 18 years old and he don't know nothing that's going on in the world? Why? Because of the toxic environment that he was raised in, where he had a drill sergeant stepdad. I want y'all to understand, man, that you witnessed that girls have always gotten that protection. And listen, girls are the weaker vessel. I get that. But that doesn't mean that boys didn't need protection. That doesn't mean that men don't need protection. We have to protect ourselves. We have to love ourselves. We have to provide for ourselves. We have to care for ourselves. You can never put a woman in that position in your life, because ain't nobody gonna look out for you but you. The only woman in the world that's gonna look out for you is the woman you put in that position. But what's she doing? She's looking out for you with your own shit. You know how many men today are in marriages, man, and they woman buy them nice gifts and they're using his own money to buy him a gift? And he's talking, oh, man, my baby's so sweet. My baby is so sweet. You see the thing she bought me, man. You know the woman can't afford that without your money. You know she can't. You've been wrongly convinced that women are emotionally weak. No, you're emotionally weak. A woman is emotionally strong. That's why if you get caught up in an emotional attachment, you will be dominated, because she's emotionally strong. Any man who can't admit that doesn't know anything about women or men. The woman is emotionally superior to you. You are spiritually, mentally, intellectually superior to her. Emotionally, she is the truth. Ain't nothing you could do with her. You can't compete with her. Hey, man, listen. In emotionally, man, if you're gonna be in an emotional situation with a woman, if you can't beat her, you might well join her, bro. You might well go ahead and be emotionally attached if that's what you're gonna do. You have to keep your feelings out of these situations, because you'll keep taking a woman back or keep going back to a woman in a situation like this. Look at all these different exchanges of toxicity, and he still stayed with her. Now listen, he's on screen looking like he the truth. He's in Creed looking like he the truth. He's in all of these movies. He looking like he the truth. When in actuality, he the same old simp that any average man is out here. You letting the woman take advantage of him and take his kindness for weakness and talk to him crazy and interact with him crazy and treat him like see some type of valuable asset to his life. Let me tell you something, brothers, and this real talk. If your woman is a valuable asset to your life, you ain't got many assets. I'm not saying she ain't got no value, but we talking about assets. Her value should not be an asset. It's not an asset. She should be giving you femininity. She should be giving you shut upness and obedience. What we're hearing is a man who wasn't getting no shut upness and obedience. And see, we live in a society where none of the old style works, man. Like you have to deal with this society from your mind and your spirit. You cannot navigate this society physically. You cannot navigate this society emotionally. You have to navigate it mentally and spiritually. The problem is, man, y'all looking at a woman's physicality. That's the main thing. You look at a woman's physicality and think that earns her a position in your life. Okay, well, what happens when the physicality wanes? Is she out of that position? You have to stop allowing yourself to believe that a woman who is not a virgin is worthy of being in a wife position. That's the first thing you have to stop believing. And if you're going to believe that, if you're not at least going to believe that, then if you're not going to believe that, you need to at least believe that a woman who's maybe had one husband. I'll be like, man, women they be having, a history of men in and out of relationship, and y'all still be acting like that's some kind of prize or something. So you end up working hard to figure out what it takes to please her. I ain't never seen so many rich, successful men going out of their way to please a woman. Don't you understand the gift that you are to her life? Don't you understand the lifestyle change you represent? Don't you understand the peace of mind you have? You're sharing it with her now, and you still gonna worry about how to please you. She need to be worried about how to please her. She need to be worried about how to please you. How you gonna sit and be concerned about what pleases her, what appeases her? I need to keep her happy. I need to keep her happy. What you mean? If she ain't happy because she with you, she ain't gonna be happy. I wish I would, man. It don't make sense to me. We always talk about the victor and the victim. Well, as a man, you've been victimized by a society that perpetuates the images and dialogue of this environment where everything is about intimacy. Everything is about getting laid. Dudes get paid just so they can get laid. Dudes don't get paid so they can be a legacy. They get paid so they can get laid. You got dudes out here that as soon as they start getting paid, they start tricking. You do what you want to do with your money. I ain't trying to gauge your money or care what you do with your wood, but I'm telling you why this society is turning the way it's turning, because you have the majority of men out here who believe that, the most valuable things in their life, they should give them to a woman just so they can get laid. And then you don't have the intestinal fortitude to realize that that's the arrangement you made. So you end up trying to be in a relationship with the woman that you tricked off on. It always turns into this. This is a situation where a man got with a woman and he was tricking off on her, and this way it turns. And then he goes from there, and his next step, he believes his next upgrade from this is making it good. Come on, bruh. Man, you got to protect yourself out here. And I don't mean just protect yourself with your weaponry, man. I mean protect yourself from yourself. How are you going to put a woman who all you get from her is intimacy? Man, let me tell y'all something right now. And I want you to look in your life. I want you to look in your life. If you're dealing with a woman or you're dealing with women, I want you to look in your life. And I want you to ask yourself truly, is the woman or women you're dealing with more valuable than just getting laid? What value do you get from her besides? I don't want to hear about no cooking and cleaning, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Cooking and cleaning, man, that ain't nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Cooking and cleaning ain't nothing. That's absolutely nothing. That don't warrant her no position of nothing. Cooking and cleaning is what she better be willing to do that if she finna come to my crib. That's a part of her payment for visiting. That ain't got nothing to do. No, as long as she in the, if her visit lasts for years, that's just what she does. That's how she pays for room and board. If she here for 2 days, she cook and clean because that's how she pays for a room and board for 2 days. That's just how it is, man. So you got to stop minimizing. So let me ask you this: how does this woman even get in with Jonathan Majors like this, where they're having these type of interaction? It's not about having the most beautiful woman. It's about having the most beautiful, submissive woman you can find. I'm not dealing with a woman who is not submissive, bro. I just ain't doing it. And now it's easy to be submissive with me because if you don't live with me, then you could be submissive part-time for the time you with me. But man, I'm not dealing with no woman. If a woman, if she ain't mastered that yet, dog, she ain't woman enough for me. If she can't get me shut up as in obedience, she's not woman enough for me. That's the bottom line. I don't want you to start. Don't call a woman a name. Don't talk about it bad. Don't do any of that. I just want you to know that if she can't give you shut up and obedience, she's just not woman enough for you. You're a real man. You need a real woman. If she can't give you that, she's not a real woman. She's a female. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't with that. This is how these situations turn out right here. This is how they turn out, man. You got to understand the level of toxicity that a woman may have left over from all the men she's been with before. She's mentally and spiritually confused. Emotionally, she's herself, but she's fighting the mental and spiritual demons that she's got from being with all of those men previously with her emotions. So sometimes those emotions lash out at you, but they're not intended for you. This is her battling her internal demons. If you meet a woman who isn't calm, you meet a woman who's always stressed, you meet a woman who's always got this rah-rah energy, it has nothing to do with you or the type of man you are. It has something to do with her internal demons. She's battling her internal demons for the right to control herself with her emotions, but she can't control herself with emotions because spiritually and mentally, there are so many different masculine energies in her from all of these men that she's been with. That's why you got to deal with women based on what she contributes to the process of your progress. That way, you eliminate the whole need to be doing this shit right here and losing your career. Man, Marvel just dropped this guy. They cut him, man. That dude just got booted out of his contract with Marvel. Man, let me tell you something. You got a contract with Marvel, that's instant money. That's instant paper. Because all they're going to do is figure out a way to cash your ass as some type of hero. That's instant money. Instant money. You mean tell me that you don't believe that this boy could have popped up and been been Black Panther for a long time? Come on, man. He lost himself messing around with some broad, bruh. Anytime her energy goes negative, you have to drop her. Anytime she gets rah-rah, you have to drop her. If she uses profanity when she's talking to you, you have to drop her. If she talking while you talking, interrupting you while you talking, you have to drop her. If she raise her voice at you while she talking to you, you have to drop her. I'm not talking about reprimand her. I'm not talking about check her. I'm talking about drop her ass, man. If you got your shit together, there's 7 more where she came from. If you ain't got your shit together, there's 4 more. The man lost everything. Listen, think about a man who's in a divorce. A man who's in a divorce don't lose everything. He just loses half. And he could go back and make more money. It don't make sense, bruh. It doesn't make sense to lose everything. It doesn't make sense to lose everything to a woman who even gave you no damn children, bruh. It's kind of like the equivalent of a man who in the house and he got a wife and she's a stay-at-home mom, but the damn kids ain't his. Why would you do that? Let me tell you something, man. I don't care if it's 20 kids in that house. One of them better be yours. The youngest one. The youngest kid. Man, there are guys, man, who are doing that, man, with a woman who can't even have no more children, bruh. Think about that. She can't even have no more. So you ain't never got no opportunity of even having any kid in the house. Man, I want y'all to understand, you got to stop being your own victim. You got to stop treating yourself like you don't deserve better, like you don't deserve the best, like you don't deserve whatever you want. Man, you deserve whatever you demand, but you also deserve what you accept. And I want y'all to, man, stop it out here acting like, man, let me tell y'all something. This real talk. You ain't got to be committing to no woman out here because she going to give you everything she got without commitment. What you going to commit when you already got the things that commitment would be for? If she give you everything, there is no need to commit. She don't deserve. If a woman give you everything without commitment, she don't deserve commitment. What you gonna give a commitment for? Let me tell you something. If you have a woman and y'all already living like husband and wife, she giving you everything, you got access to everything, she got access. What's the purpose in marrying her? What new is gonna happen when you put a ring on it and marry her? What new is gonna happen? Nothing. You ain't gonna get nothing new. That they're gonna be that same old loving you've been getting. It's gonna be the same cooking style you've been getting. It's gonna be that same body you've been looking at. It's gonna be the same dome you've been getting. It's gonna be the same attitude you've been getting. It's gonna be the same energy you've been getting. It's gonna be the same cleaning skills you've been getting. It's gonna be the same everything. It's gonna be the same amount of expenses. Matter of fact, she's gonna be more expensive after that. What the hell are you getting new to put her in a new position? You got to start, man, making these women know if you want that position, you better earn it. You better earn it. If you don't earn it, you don't deserve it. You ain't gonna never get it. I keep you having 20 years, you still won't get no ring. If you give me everything, you no get no ring. And like Famo said, she just got you by the short and curlies at that point. She got you hemmed up in a position that you can't even get out of. Man, let me tell you something, brothers, and I want y'all to understand. You are a fool if you put yourself in a position with any woman that you can't get out of within 7 days. If you can't get out of within 7 days, you'd have made a mistake, brothers. At least 2 weeks. Same way you leave a job and give a 2-week notice, man, you need to be able to give a bro a 2-week notice. You need to be able to get that fully out of that thing in 2 weeks. If not, you stuck. And it just makes no sense because I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to say this, and this going to get a little pushback, and I don't care because it's the truth. Truth always get pushed back. There is no woman you're going to meet who is worth that. There is no woman you're going to meet who's worth that. There's no woman you're going to meet that's worth sworn monogamy. I'm talking about sworn monogamy, under oath monogamy, in front of witnesses monogamy, with a piece of paper that says you better do it monogamy. Man, there's no woman you're going to meet that's worth that. You know, because the first thing she has to be to even be considered for that position. First thing she got to be is a virgin, man. If I ain't the first one to touch her, we ain't gonna even discuss that. Like it ain't even nothing in me that's gonna even be thinking about, man. Maybe I should. You know, she's a good girl to me, man. She got the good dome, man. Got the good bones, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I should go ahead and do it, man. She been good to me, man. She cook for me. She clean, man. She give me head on my birthday, man. You know how the guy be talking. None of that matters. The only thing a woman can give me that every other woman can't is virginity. If she ain't got that, then there's not much that separates her from everyone else. That's just the way it is. There's not much that separates her from everyone else. Now, do I dog her a bit like that and treat her like, no, man, listen, any woman, man, that's with me, man, I treat her good. You know what I'm saying? If a woman is with me, then she feel like she my woman because I treat her like that. Why? Because that's how you get the best result. You get the best result when you're dealing with a woman when you treat her like she your woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she just a jump out at a certain point in life as a man, you shouldn't even be dealing with a woman who can't give you nothing but intimacy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the bottom line, what that means is if a woman can't give you nothing but if she can't give you nothing but bone and dome, you know what that means? That means she ain't got no paper, she ain't got no career, she ain't got no focus, she ain't got no determination, she ain't got no drive, she ain't got no direction. And at that point, that's all she can be. It ain't nothing else she can do. And you got to be man enough to understand that. Now, do you have to tell her that? No, man, you ain't got to be, oh, girl, you give me your sex. You don't give me nothing now. You ain't worth nothing now. Because it ain't going to benefit nothing. You can run your mouth and always got to say something like a brow, but it ain't going to help nothing. You got to know that. You got to compartmentalize that. you got to understand that, okay, this is all I can get from her. And you got to ask yourself, what is that worth? Is it worth a couple dollars? Hey, man, listen. I know guys, man, who had little baddies come through, man. They come through, they fly in from other states, man. They come in, they chill for a couple days, man. They send them home, man. Might jug them, anywhere from $250 to $500, man. Might just, might just shoot them that. You know what I'm saying? Cash out a couple hundred. Man, listen, for me, that ain't no issue. You know what I'm saying? Now we can look at that and say, well, that's still tricking. That, yeah, but I mean, let's be honest, man. If you got real paper, man, what's a couple $100 to you? Think about it. What's a couple $100 to you? It's nothing. So I know guys who live like that. I know guys who do that, man. And I don't ride guys too hard, man. I mean, for something like that, my thing is, I would rather you do that. It makes more sense for you to do that than to take that same woman and move her in with you, and now you got her as a full responsibility like a damn child. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, brothers, it's a world out here where you're just not going to find a woman who's worth uprooting your life, because when you add a woman to your life like that, man, you totally uproot your life. You know what I'm saying? You totally uproot your life. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know about y'all, man, but I ain't too much up for uprooting, man. I don't like to uproot trees. I don't like to uproot plants, flowers, none of that, man. I don't think I like to uproot potatoes, man, carrots and stuff like that, man. But I ain't uprooting my life, turning my life upside down for a woman, bro. I ain't never met a woman in my life who were worth me turning my life upside down for, ever. I ain't never met a woman in my life who worth me, not being able to live freely as I want to, man. Having to, sneak around and tip around, do all that, man. You can't do what you want to do at your own crib, man. Come on, bro. I wish I would. For me, I ain't met one who worth it. But I promise you, if I do meet one who's worth it, you gonna know it, because I'm gonna put it in a position, and I'm gonna talk about it proudly. You know what I'm saying? I'm my whole outlook on everything. My outlook on things are gonna remain the same, but the things I present, man, they're gonna be different. I'm gonna present that to y'all. I'm gonna show it to y'all 100%. I'm gonna put it on the table. I'm gonna be the first one who talk anything that's close to the prism of the ism, and who got an old lady, and show y'all the daily life of it on a regular basis. Why? Because I'm gonna have to. But it's gonna take a woman who can be in that position. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take that woman who, when she's gone, I miss her more than I want her gone when she's with me. You know what I mean? I miss her when she's gone more than I miss my time alone when she's with me. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, a woman being with me, man, I miss my alone time. You know what I'm saying? I be like, man, I need my alone time back. You know what I'm saying? I need my space back. But the very moment I get to a point, man, where I miss a woman's presence more than I miss my space when she's with me, man, I'm probably gonna start easing her into the position. I said ease her in there. And another thing, the problem with situations like Jonathan, like Jonathan Majors, he put the woman in that position she was in too fast. I ain't never seen a situation where y'all be meeting women, man, and be put them in a position in 6 months. What the hell you know about a woman in 6 months put in a position, dog? What you know about her? Man, let me tell you something. 9 times out of 10, you don't even know if a woman still got a stalker. You don't know if she is a stalker. You don't know what it is. You don't know what's going on, dog. But it take a long time to learn. A long time to learn what you need to learn about a woman to put her in that position in your life. A long time. It take a long time to learn this. Even if, man, you could cohabitate with a woman, it still take a long time to learn who she truly is. A woman is a hell of an actress. I'm telling you, man. Boy, listen, if they were rewarding Academy Awards for faking like you love a man or faking like you into a situation, boy, there's a bunch of women out here, man. They have a shelf full on. They have a mantle full of them. For every year they've been with your ass, they will have a Academy Award for it. Some of them have 20, 30 Academy Awards. I'm telling you, brothers, you have to understand that if you view yourself as less than complete, if there's no woman in your life, your ass is destined for this Jonathan Majors life. You're destined for this result. This is the result that will come your way. You understand? I'll give y'all another example of that. Y'all peep game on this.
When I get good niggas, I drag they dog ass through the mud.
So you trying to tell me a woman don't like a simp?
I don't want no nigga I can manipulate. Why would you want a man? Is a man. He's not he's supposed to be, right? So at any given time, you should be able to. You see how he just was like, oh, you loud. So what, nigga? Fuck off. Now, if this nigga would have said, hey, sit down and tone that down, I probably would have did it. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference in the men or the people that you deal with.
No,
men are men.
Like
nobody wants somebody that.
So again, as women, if a nigga,
I can't speak for women. I'm
if
speaking for myself.
if you're gonna walk over a nigga, he's a simp. So you're gonna walk over him. Look, they gotta slap you in the mouth a few times.
Ain't nobody slapping nobody in the mouth. You'll fuck around and slap
this
in
is
the
what
mouth.
it is.
See that energy right there. And listen to what I'm telling you. You can now her energy is overboard, toxic, hood, profane, all of that. That's irrelevant. Even the sweetest woman around feels that way. She feels the same way. She's just a sweet girl. She just ain't ratchet like that. Even the least ratchet woman around still feels that way. If you are a softie and you are Mr. Pushover, you're going to get pushed over. The sweetest woman in the world will walk all over you if you lay down like a rug. Lay down like a rug, and immediately it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? She won't do it in as profane, disrespectful way as the chick we just saw, but she still will do it. This is just the way of the world, man. You can be Mr. Nice Guy if you want to. That shit will never work for you. It won't work, man. I'm telling you, it will never work because here's the thing. You can get away with it when you're dating as long as you don't get into no serious relationship. If you try that shit in a serious relationship, boy, you're going to get your pockets ran and you're going to get everything else ran too. It's never going to work. There is no such thing as a man in a successful relationship if his ass is a nice guy. There is no such thing. He may have a woman that acts really good because he pays her well, but there is no woman on this planet. It don't matter where she is. That's why when guys be thinking, okay, I'm going to go get a submissive woman from another culture, that's not going to work if you're a simp. She's submissive in that culture because the men of that culture demand it. And so the women of that culture enforce it. You know what I'm saying? The problem in this society is that y'all don't demand nothing. Y'all don't have no demands for a woman. Y'all do everything y'all power to please her. I give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. I'll give you the world and all that you wish for, and even more. 'Cause girl, I love you more than you could know. And that's for sure. I climb the highest mountain, swim the widest sea. Nothing could discourage me. That's how y'all do. And I pray that you will be always there for me forevermore. Hold up. I'm going to give you the stars, the rain, the moon, the sun, and the mountain. And I still got to pray that you'll be there for me. You know what that means? Man, you can't buy the broad love. You can't buy her respect, man. You can't buy her her affection. You could buy her intimacy. You could buy her physical presence. You could buy her physical engagement, but that ain't what intimacy is. You understand? Intimacy ain't just being physically together. That's something totally different, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, brothers, y'all gotta understand, man, that the prism of the ism is the way you do this, man. You got to make that woman buy into the process of your progress. You got to compartmentalize women and put them on the level they deserve to be on, and then you got to demote them and promote them based on what they earn or don't earn. And you got to live this way forever. Even if you got a woman in your house with you, you still, matter of fact, the ism got to start at home with the old lady you got. If you can't apply the prism of the ism at home, you ain't applying it outside the house. You can't do it, man. It's got to be applied to every woman in your life, man. Now, I ain't even talking about just your intimate relationship. You got to apply it to the way you deal with your mama, your daughters, your grandmama. You got to apply it to the way you deal with all women, man. It don't mean disrespect. Applying the prism of the ism don't mean disrespect. It means saying the right thing at any given time to make a woman do whatever you want her to do, feel however you want her to feel, and also knowing when to let the woman say whatever she needs to say to herself to make herself feel how she want to feel or think what she want to think. Man, it's not an easy thing to do, because in order to do it, you got to stay out of your feelings 100% of the time, man. You got to stay out of your feelings 100% of the time. You got to, man. And I'm telling you, a lot of guys out here can't do it, man. Here's the real deal, man. Your idea of beauty has always been associated with femininity. So you think a beautiful woman is feminine. You look at the more beautiful a woman is, you think the more feminine she is, man. But I'm going to be honest with you, boy. I can show you some bad, super bad ratchet chicks, boy. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you a bad chick, man. One of the bad chick you ever seen, man. Man, listen, we'll pull that strap out on anybody. Because that's not what it's about, man. It's about energy connection, man. If the energy ain't feminine, it don't matter what you're looking at. But a lot of time, men don't understand the energy connection. They don't understand how to look at the energy. You got to remember that, brother. I want y'all to remember at all times that you don't have to settle for anything, man. You know, and you got to stop making all these mistakes when you're dealing with women, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't never worried about keeping no woman. I ain't never worried about keeping her. I ain't never trying to keep her, man. Why would I do that? I don't want to keep her. If she wants to stay, she's welcome, but I don't want to keep her. You know, keeping something means that you hold on to it tight. Baby, hold on to me. See, I'm a special kind. No, man, I ain't finna do that at all. She better hold on to me. I ain't finna try to keep no woman, bruh. You got to always be prepared for the fact, man, listen, I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. By the time a woman leaves, she been leaving, man, for a long time. A woman that don't wake up one day and leave, she wake up one day and decide she going to leave it, then she put a plan in motion to leave. It just don't make sense, brother. All these things, man, I'm gonna keep my woman happy. I ain't going to keep her nothing. I'm going to live my life. If she ain't happy in my life while I'm living it, man, then she ain't the woman that meant to be in it. I'm not finna make no adjustment, man, to keep no woman happy, dog. Because here's the thing, you ain't got to. If a woman like you, man, she'll give you everything she got, man, just because she like you. No commitment involved, no none of that. She'll just give you everything she got because she like you. You know, and I ain't just talking about no hood rats, man. I'm talking about some baddies, some chicks with paper, like you name it, any kind of woman you could think of, man. Like if they really like you, man, they'll give you everything they got, man. Because here's the thing, especially when it comes to legal marriage, deep down inside, man, women don't even want legal marriage. A woman who wants to legally marry you hates you because she know it's a trap for you. She don't care. She want to put you in that trap, man, because she want to be able to come for you at the end. If a woman wants you to legally marry her, she has no love for you. She has no love for you. She only has love for herself. And that love is going to cost you. Man, like Default said, if she ain't happy, send her back to her pappy. Also, you got to remember this too. You got to stop believing that whatever is wrong with her is fixable. It's not. It's not fixable. It can only be improved, but it's not fixable. So any mental, emotional damage she has, man, it's not fixable. It ain't gonna never be fixed. I'm telling you, brothers, you gotta catch a woman before she has those scars and wounds from all that emotional damage and all those heartbreak and all those things. You gotta catch her before that. Once she has that, it's done. It's done, man. She's damaged goods at that point. Ain't nothing you could do with it. Because the issues, yes, over time, she'll be able to manage them better, but they'll always be there. They'll always be there, man. And that's real, brother. I'm telling you. I mean, you got to keep in mind, man, that, that's just what it is. We could talk about a lot of things, man, but what we're going to talk about in Alpha, we're going to talk about truth, homies. For the great, appreciate the 5 bone, man. I appreciate it. Brandon Robb, salute. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I think I saw another one up here. Project 07, appreciate the 5. In chess, the king is the most powerful piece, not the queen. When the king is lost, the game is over. Simply need to wake up, realize your worth. Yeah, man, you got to wake up. That's really what this is all about, man. Just understanding your value. How much value do you have to yourself? Dorico Bullet, appreciate the 5 bone super sticker, man. I appreciate it. MPRG, appreciate the 5 bone. Never put the bra before the law. The real talk, man. Never do it. Never do it. Project 07, man. Welcome to the GLG. Salute. So I want y'all to understand, man, that, while you out here, man, and just remember this. It doesn't matter how much you have. You can never buy the woman's affection, appreciation, never that. Because no matter what you have, she wants more. She wants it all. She wants everything. She believes the world is hers. She believes the blimp, the wrong side of the blimp is Tony Montana. The world is yours. And I just want y'all to understand that once you buy into that concept, you ain't going to come out of it. You ain't going to come out of it. You could protect the woman from what from from what's going to happen moving forward, but you can never protect her from the things that have already happened in her life. It's impossible to do that. But many men try it. Many men try it. And then some of y'all, man, y'all existing in these sexual relationships, man. I'd be like, come on, bro. You're going to be with a woman, man, who you can't even get it in with. What's her purpose? Because she ain't giving you nothing else. What's her purpose? If you can't even get it in with her, what's her purpose for being there? What's her purpose? Ain't nobody want no damn companionship that much, man. Well, I'm going to have a woman around me, man, who I can't even touch. I'm going to have a woman around me I can't even touch on. See? I ain't going to do it. I don't want to do it. It don't make sense to do it. It's crazy to do it. You're a sucker if you do it. Don't do it to yourself, man. Teflon Run. Salute to the brother Teflon, man. My brother Teflon, man. Y'all hear him on there. Teflon. Y'all hear the little hottie saying his name, man, at the beginning of all the tracks, man. Right now, Tef, my man is fresh, and I'm Cash Money whole roster from back in the day. So I got one more clip I want to show y'all too, man. Then we'll get back into it.
When you give something to a bitch, they don't do nothing but take. That's why you don't give them nothing but the dick. Because they can't take that away. You'll see tomorrow at the match or the train on like 7, 8, 9, 11 of them honeys.
Hey, that was short, but it was sweet, man. Listen, I'm telling you, you can't give a woman nothing. You can only give her what she earns. Man, this ain't no damn giveaway. You know what I'm saying? What you having? Some type of giveaway or something? What you doing? Buy one, get one free? Is that what you doing? Man, you can't do it, dog. You really can't do it. It don't make sense to do it. You just can't, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Man, listen. A woman will really believe that it makes sense for you to just give her shit randomly. I know guys, man, who be giving women paper, man, and they ain't never smashed a day in their life. And when you ask them why they do it, man, man, she's just, man, she pretty, man. She spend time with me, man. We be hanging out, man. So I just feel like, man, to spend time with something that beautiful, man, I should just give her a couple dollars. I'd be like, dog, you a simp. You know that, don't you? Yo, man, but I be spending time with her. Have you smashed it yet? No, it ain't all about that, man. I mean, we gonna get to that. Well, we just enjoying each other right now. I'm like, dog, let me ask you something. You a man. Do your woodwork. If your woodwork and you a man, how the hell you enjoying a woman and you ain't smashing? You lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't, man, listen, man, if she ain't paying you or laying you, man, she playing you. Now, if you ain't getting you giving her paper, man, if you giving her paper and you still ain't getting laid, man, how the hell you enjoying her? You enjoying sitting, talking to her and cuddling? You enjoying hearing her running her mouth, telling you about her boring ass day? Well, you enjoying hearing her telling you what happened at work? Man, that's some shit you do for your wife. You mean tell me you got a one boy you ain't even smashing? And you tell me, man, we just enjoying each other. No, fool, she just enjoying you and you enjoying her enjoying you. How you enjoying her, dog? It ain't no way. It ain't no way you enjoying her, man. You lying to yourself. Man, listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. This real talk. I thought about this before I came on this show night. Listen, man, I ain't never in my life enjoyed spending time with a woman that I ain't never smashed. Ever. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the beginning, you meet a woman. I mean, like, enjoying time with a woman that I've known for some time and I ain't smashed. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. For me, I can't even enjoy being with a woman if, that's why the whole attraction confirmation thing, man, there's a certain interaction I want from a woman every single time, 100% of the time. Now, I don't want I got to try to work up to it. I don't want to work up to it. I don't want that. She need to already like me so I can take the route that I want to take. When I'm dealing with a woman, I'm going to deal with her my way or no way. And my way is it only works if a woman show you attraction confirmation. It could possibly work if you approach a woman just, off the cuff, but 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. The dating game is based on approaching. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about is based on a woman liking you, a woman showing traction confirmation. That way you can deal with it from position, man. That way you ain't got to waste too much time or waste too much resources or do none of that, man. So I'm telling you, bro, I don't see how in the hell you talking about you enjoying a woman. Man, we just enjoying each other, dog. We just, just enjoying each other's presence. Man, let me tell you something, man. Let me say, if them panties ain't dropping, dog, I ain't finna be enjoying no present for too long. That's real talk. And I'm gonna tell you like this, man. A lot of time, man, I knew a guy, man. He dropped he went out with a chick, man, and he dropped off, man, at her dude crib after they got through, man. Listen, she ain't even try to pull it over on him. She asked him, could he drop her off? He say, man, he actually, so you just gonna, hey, don't think that disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. That's his first mistake. Ask her, do she think it disrespectful? I don't give a damn what she think if it disrespectful or not. If I think it disrespectful, then not only is she not finna get dropped off there, she ain't finna get dropped off nowhere. She ain't finna get back in my car. Hopefully she drove herself there. But if she drove herself there, she wouldn't be trying to get you to drop off. Man, he dropped off, man, at that dude crib. Man, I like, man, you crazy. Man, we want to, man, this is our first date, man. She ain't my girl in there. I like, you know what? She ain't gonna never be your damn girl. You ain't gonna never smash either, boy. Man, you just delivered her. You just delivered her to the back break. Come on, man. You crazy. You crazy, man. Ain't no way. I'm not finna do that shit, man. Just think, man. Listen. I move around. You know what I'm saying? I move around, man, and I move around freely. I'm not finna explain or talk about where I'm going, man. None of that shit. I don't want that life for me. You understand? So, shit, when I was in Miami a couple months ago, man, she met up with the homie Teflon, man. We out there, man, listen, we was out there, we met up late. You know what I'm saying? Things didn't go according to plan, so we met up late in the beginning. So, man, it was already late when we got to the spot. But you know what? We kicked it out there, man. Kicked it, man, till they were closing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got there pretty close to closing. So we were there maybe an hour and a half, man. Kicked it out there, man, and chopped it up, man, and had a meal, man. And really, man, listen, bro, I move how I want to move, man. I wish a woman would ask me where the hell I'm going. Ask me where I'm going. Listen, unless you sponsoring the trip, if you sponsoring the trip, you can ask me where I'm going. If you finna book my flight and book my Airbnb and do all of that, if you finna do that, then cool. Go ahead and do it. I'm cool with that. But then if you ain't finna do all that, man, leave me alone, man. I'm not finna answer to no one about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You get in a situation, man, and then you just look at Jonathan Majors, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't sympathize with him for being found guilty of any of that, man, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand as a man in this society, man, you put your hands on a woman, man, you're getting jammed up. So all this sympathy we talking about out here, man, you gotta let that shit ride. This is a lesson to learn. If you put your hands on a woman, dog, you're gonna get jammed up. You're gonna get jammed up. It don't matter if she put her hands on you. You put your hands on a woman, you're getting jammed up. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's kind of questionable. It's very questionable, man, for you to feel like a woman should get, let's say if you're on a woman, let's say if a woman let's say a woman push you. One push you, you take 2 steps, you push the woman, she fall off the damn balance and fall over the thing. You for you to believe that you should be okay because she pushed you first and you done pushed across the damn balance and she done broke her back, that everything should be okay. Nah, it shouldn't be okay. You ain't got no being with a woman who would push your stupid ass. Why you even dealing with a woman who would push you? Bro, I see. At first, I thought this stuff was fake, but then we start seeing footage of these. I'm like, why in the hell does that woman feel like it's okay to put her hands on that dude? What kind of relationship have you established with a woman where she feel like it's okay to put her hands on you? And I'm gonna tell you like this, man. A lot of times, and I know this for a fact, a lot of time, by the time a woman putting her hands on you, she fed up with you putting your hands on her. I've seen too many situations. I've counseled too many couples. I've seen this too many times. By the time a woman putting her hands on you, she's just tired of you putting your hands on her. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. And I say this because I've never met a woman. I've never in my life met a woman who hadn't been in at least one abusive relationship. So I'm telling you now that these boys be out here, man, putting their hands on these women. I know for a fact. Now, I don't know what the woman might have did or said, but all I know is that I've never met one single woman who hadn't been in an abusive relationship. And 9 times out of 10, the man was not supposed to be with her in the first place. She wasn't the woman that was meant to be in his life. He added her to his life, and then he ain't getting nothing but strife. I'm telling you, man, listen, man, if it ain't right, you got to fight with all your might to get that broad out your life, man. You got to remember, protect your life, man. Protect your life. Protect your life, man. Stop trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho, man. Stop trying to meet a woman and love her past, her pain, and pick her up from where, family may have left her, or she got a bad family life, and you pick her up from that and say, come on, I love you, baby, my pretty little baby. There's nothing you can do to keep me away from you. I'm telling you, bro, it really don't matter. For me, before I need to catch a woman before she's dealt with that, before she's had to go through that. Because here's the thing about it. Once a woman is in a situation like that and she becomes a fighter, she ain't gonna never stop being a fighter. Like, she's gonna be a fighter. And you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that I've had to fight women, but you can tell that a woman has a fighting spirit in her now. Like, a woman who has a fighting spirit cannot submit. She's afraid to submit. She's afraid to go back to where she doesn't have a fighting spirit, just in case somebody try to fight her again. So she's just done, man. There's nothing you can do with her, man. Like, you can listen, man. You can play, but you can't stay. You know what I'm saying? She's something to play with, not to stay with, man. Now, am I saying, listen, I'm gonna tell anybody can become something else. I mean, I believe in God that much, and I believe with God you can transfer yourself, but then you meet these type of women, they don't have no relationship with God. That's the problem. And then if she ain't gonna follow you, then what you doing? A lot of times, man, these guys are in situations where they forget the main thing that I always tell guys. I always tell guys this one thing. If you think you can give a woman everything she wants and needs, you can't. And you're being unfair to yourself to even try. Like, if you're trying to be her man, you her provider, her protector, you her best friend, you her confidant. Man, that woman, your whole life is tied up in that woman, dog. Your whole life is tied up in that woman. You live with her every day. Every day she get up, she go to work, she call you and texting you all through the damn day. Y'all get home together that night. You cut it up and laid up under all night. On the weekend, you're hanging with her all weekend. Got to do all these things. When she go out of town with family or wherever she going, then she calling you while she there, telling you about what's going on there, telling you that, man, I don't want to be all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be honest with you. And here's why. It's not that I can't be all of that if I want to. It's the fact that what's my payoff for being all of that? You know what I'm saying? Help me understand what my payoff is from being everything a woman needs. What the hell am I getting out of that? A woman say, ooh, my man is so good. I know I'm good without you telling me that. I ain't good. Don't disrespect me. I ain't good. I'm great. I'm terrific. I'm fantastic. I'm fabulous. I'm amazing. I'm all of those things. A little bit of terrific. So I don't need that. That don't make me feel good for a woman to say, oh, my man is so good. He's so amazing. That Dean, I'll tell you, I love him so much. So what? That's all I'm getting out of it? All I'm getting out of a participation trophy? Man, I don't believe in participation trophies. I don't believe in participation. I don't want no participation trophy. I don't want it. It ain't for me. So when you believe that you could give a woman everything she wants, you got to understand. Everything she wants, you just got to be willing to give it to her for free, because she don't want to work for it. She don't want to earn it. She just want to show up and say, I'm a woman. I'm here. It's your responsibility to do this. If you're my man, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to provide. You're supposed to protect. You're supposed to direct. You're supposed to, let me take my time and learn how to be the woman you need, but you need to be the man that I want right now. From day one, she wants you to be the man that she needs right now. But it may take her 5 or 10 years to become the woman that you need, or she may not ever become it. So you start off giving her something she hasn't earned under the guise or under the premise that she's eventually going to learn that thing because she's trying so hard. Well, you ain't trying hard enough. You gave your best, but I guess your best wasn't good enough. So pack your stuff and head on out the door. That's what you got to do, man. We got to remember that, no matter what's going on in your life, you still got to protect that life. You understand what I'm saying? Intimacy If you're in a sexual relationship, let me tell you something. You are not being respected. You are being neglected by the same woman to whom you provided and protected for all of this time. That's her greatest form of submission. Her greatest form of showing appreciation. Her greatest form of showing dedication is to be intimate with you at the drop of a hat whenever you ask for it, whenever you want it, whenever you need it, whenever you feel it. And a lot of y'all can't even get that. And if you can't get that, then you know you ain't getting what you ain't getting nothing if you can't get that. If you can't get the best thing she has to offer, then what else you getting? What else you working for? It don't make sense to me, man. So let me show y'all a clip, man, of our young jock and his old lady, man. I'm gonna show you what this relationship looks like and sounds like when the woman never did respect you, never did want you, never did like you, got with you because of the safety and the provision of the situation. I want y'all to check this out, man. It's crazy out here, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy out here, brothers. It really is. Peep game on this.
Everybody ain't did what you done did.
Hey, you right.
Exactly.
Everybody ain't did
so
what you done did.
don't try to. I know, but don't try to normalize.
I'm not.
What you have
I
done.
absolutely am not. What I'm
Like
saying,
your life is not normal. It's not no model that I want Amir to follow, a Money to follow, Cadence to follow.
Okay.
Not.
Okay.
And I don't think their mothers would either. So let's be honest.
So what are you saying? What is that saying about me? I'm your husband.
Well,
you basically saying you wouldn't want my sons to be like me.
I would not want them to have as many children.
Okay.
And I would not want them to have all of these different situations. That's not something I would want for them.
Now, let me tell you something. This woman is basically telling this man that I wouldn't want your sons by other women to be like you, but I married you. Basically, she's telling the man to his face, I married the wrong man. I wish I hadn't married you. I wish I hadn't married you. I was wrong. You are not the type of man that I want. I wouldn't want. Listen, you know, if she don't want your sons to be like you, she don't want your son by other women to be like you. She don't want your son by her to be like you. If you have a son with her, man, she don't want to be like you. She doesn't respect you, dog. She thinks you're a dirt dog, but she thinks you're the scum of the earth. And she's saying, telling him man this, how in the hell you end up married to a woman like this who views you this way? She knew about the children before. She been knowing that man for years. They've been in business together for years. So she knows all these things about you. And you know what? Still married you anyway. Because for the benefit, a woman will marry you anyway, bruh. I'm telling y'all what I know, man. This ain't no lie.
I don't necessarily want that for them either.
Okay.
But don't sum me up just in the fact because I got kids. Because let me tell you something do is do that.
I didn't say that.
Well, that's how you put it. You said you wouldn't want my son to be like me.
I wouldn't want them to do some of the things that you have done.
And I wouldn't want my daughters to do some of the things you've done. We're human. That's what I'm trying to say.
You would want them to do majority of the things that I've done.
Listen, what I'm saying is, when you talk
superiority
about
complex,
don't sum me up.
Facts, right?
Don't sum me up on the worst side of me or what you consider the worst side of me. Because ain't nobody fucking perfect. So don't do that. That's what we're not gonna do. Because as a man, guess what? I got to stand on mine too. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. I didn't go to college. Guess what?
Fine.
I want my kids to go to.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. That shit right there, every time he say a word, she chime in with something. Man, I ain't with that, bro. I ain't with that. I can't remember a woman doing it, but boy, if I ever hear it, when I hear it, man, it's instant cutoff. It's instant blockage. The man can't. So this is how you know a woman ain't listening to what you're saying to take in the information. She's listening to respond. Every single word the man says, she has a response. Let's listen to it from the time he started talking.
As a man, guess what?
Peep game.
When you talk about me, don't sum me up.
Facts, right?
Don't sum me up on the
time.
worst side of me or what you consider the worst side of me. Because ain't nobody fucking perfect. So don't do that. That's what we're not gonna do. Because as a man, guess what? I got to stand on mine too. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. I didn't go to college. Guess what?
Fine.
I want my kids to go to college. So we can say that right now. I don't want them to go that direction. I want them to go to college. I can say that with you too.
Right.
But don't sit here in front of the world, in front of a medium, and say, "Oh, I wouldn't want my son or your sons to be like you." Hold on. No, we
Not
gotta do, no, you gonna
necessarily
put some
be like
respect
you.
on my name. Because at the
No,
end of the day,
put some
I'm
respect on your name.
successful.
I
I take care of my kids.
Okay.
Ain't none of my kids out here in dire need of love and support. So we
Okay.
ain't gonna do that. Okay?
Okay.
Because I don't appreciate that. Because there's some
Well,
things about you that I could say I wouldn't want my
Say it.
daughters to do.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna
Tell
do
me.
that. I respect you and I love you enough.
I want this magazine
no,
to know
no. I
what it
respect
is
the
about me. You
integrity.
don't want your daughters
I'm not gonna
to
do
be
that.
like. You should.
I'm not gonna do that.
Be my guest.
I'm not
gonna
do
be
that.
slighted, honey.
I'm not gonna do that. That's where we have to draw the line.
Okay.
Because I don't care because the camera in front of
giving
me
you the
or
green
somebody's
light,
asking me
sweetheart.
questions. I'm not gonna reveal my everything that go on with me. Just like
Okay.
right now, you ain't gonna sit here in front of these people and tell what your credit score is. You ain't gonna sit here and tell them your social
I'm not
security number.
ashamed of
You ain't gonna
not
sit
my
here and tell
social.
them what's in your bank account either.
I won't.
Okay, so some things are better left fucking unsaid and in
Okay.
the private, and that's what I'm gonna do. So when you
Okay.
addressing me,
Okay.
don't ever make it seem like I'm the worst of the worst, because I'm not.
Okay.
Because I came through and changed your life, and it wasn't about me having no money. It was about the
Right, 'cause
integrity.
that's
It was
not
about
what it was.
my integrity. It was about me standing up for you. It was about me helping you open your eyes to see things that no other man has gotten you to do. So when you talk about me and address me, please be mindful of that, because I love you for who you are, good and bad.
You know I love you
So
for who
don't.
you
So,
are.
but
What
I
else
would
could
never
love
say
you
to the
for?
world that I wouldn't want my daughters to be like you, because then it makes me question, why are you with me?
I'm not with you for the bad things. I'm not with you for having outside
But just
children.
don't ever say that
and
again,
creating
please.
Okay, well you asking me.
You got it
I'm
in this
telling
interview. Don't let me hear you say that again.
Okay.
Ever, please, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Nah, I appreciate.
Then I want y'all to see how she apologized to the host. You know what I'm saying? She apologized to the host. Why? Man, listen, that woman talked over that man 37 times. 37 times in that short conversation. She didn't shut her mouth until he reminded her, I came and changed your life. It just goes to show you how fast a woman forgets what you've done. That's why you can only give her what she earns. Here's the thing. And you may say, well, you're still giving her stuff. She might not remember that. It don't matter if she remembered if all you were doing was giving her paycheck. You know what I'm saying? If all you doing giving her paycheck, give whatever. And I'm not saying money necessarily, but whatever that paycheck is, time, attention, affection, date night, whatever you giving her, as long as you make sure she earns it, you don't care if she remembers it or not, because it was just her just dessert. She earned it. When you give a woman things she don't earn, boy, she ain't gonna remember it. I'm telling you, he gave her a life that she didn't deserve because she just only got with him to take the life. And I'm telling you, man, you just can't do that shit. You're gonna put yourself in a bad situation every time, homies. Every time. I'm telling you, man, the woman dove in, and some of them times they were long, so I gave her 2 for them. You know, but she just took over the conversation. Bro, let me tell you something. That is that's what I mean about lack of shut upness. If your woman talk to you like that, drop her ass. You ain't got no woman. You got a competitor. You got a combatant. Y'all in the UFC ring, she on the other side of the ring. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you should deal with a woman like that, man. There's no way. Because in that situation, what Young Jock just defined is him giving that woman dedication, him giving that woman loyalty, him showing that woman sacrifice, him giving that woman faithfulness, him giving that woman emotional support. By putting her in the marriage, by putting her in the legal wife position, you already put her on the pedestal. You understand? Accepting her flaws, because she ain't built worth shit, and she got a whole bunch of makeup on her face. Accepting her flaws, which in turn means he's giving her unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? He's giving her unwarranted appreciation. You understand what I'm saying? Appreciating her for what? She don't even like him. Giving her undeserved forgiveness by all that shit she just said, by telling her anytime you got to wonder why a woman is with you, then that means you accept that she don't want to be with you, but you gave her undeserved forgiveness for all the things she just said. And then you turn around and you got to be giving her some submissiveness for her. Man, can you imagine the arguments that go on in their household, bro, when ain't nobody there? Can you imagine the arguments that go on in their household when nobody's there? That's different right there, man. That's different, boy. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. That right there, man, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'd be able to have a woman around me like that, man, who can't even shut up long enough for me to get a point out. I just ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. So when you think about it, man, you got to remember that I'm telling you, man, like if you don't, and then here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing about it I want y'all to think about. He didn't even know she felt this way about him. You can tell by his response. He didn't know. She even had this bottled up inside, waiting for the opportunity to say it. Got in front of the camera and told the world. I don't even know how this would come to. How would this even come to up in a conversation where you sit beside your husband talking about him and you get into things you don't like about him? You wouldn't want his kids to be like him. Man, a woman hates you if she tell you that. Because here's the thing. They're going to be just like you. They're your kids. They're a part of you. You lost a part of yourself to create them. Man, listen, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It ain't no way, man. And you think, man, right? I tell my man's a committed relationship. No, bro. Let me tell you something. When I'm talking, man, a woman gonna have to zip it. For me, that's the first telltale sign that a woman deserves to be in my presence. She know how to zip it when I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? If she know how to zip it when I'm talking, we good. Just zip it when I'm talking. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing until I'm done. Take notes. Because when I'm done, I'm going to let you say everything you need to say. But if you interrupt me, then the conversation going to go bad. Because I ain't going to want to hear nothing you saying at that point. The very moment you interrupt me, then what you say becomes irrelevant. I'm trying to give you a platform so you can speak to me in a way where your words actually matter to me, where I'm listening to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's all I can do. But if a woman don't want that, I ain't going to force her to take it. I can't force her to take it, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. It's crazy, man. Supreme C, appreciate the dime, brother. You can't have or be around toxic people who have nothing to lose. You can't. Worst thing you could do is be around people who ain't got nothing to lose, man. Blocks Deep, appreciate the dub, man. RIP to my pops, man. He raised the player. That's why I messaged you, Doc. You're OG. I ain't got nothing but respect for what you're doing for me. Salute to you, Blocks Deep, man. Salute to you, man. Hey, listen, bro. Sympathy for your pops, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, he got away from here, man. You know, he looking at you, man. He looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Proud of everything you're doing, man. So salute to you, man. You know, I can identify with that, man. You know, my pops just passed in 2019, man. So it's been 4 years now, man. And it'll be 5 years in January, as a matter of fact, man. But it's still the same, man. You know what I'm saying? Still the same. I'm talking about absolutely combative, man. I'm talking about I mean, did you just look at the energy of the bra, man? You mean tell me, man? You mean tell me I got to stay in the house with that? I got to live with that? Ain't no way. And then she ain't bad? Come on, man. Come on, bruh. I get it. Listen, I get it if the woman was bad. She ain't even bad, bruh. I mean, she built bad. She ain't bad, though, man. Ain't no way. And I wouldn't deal with it from one who's bad, but I'm saying I can understand a dude giving a little leeway to a woman that's bad. Well, that's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm beyond the point of giving leeway, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm beyond the point of giving leeway. And I think sometimes you just have to remember that, you know what? She ain't that important, man. Like, we're gonna have a good time smashing. I'm gonna send on our way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't got to be none of that. But now just think about what kind of mistake he made by putting a woman in his life in a wife position. Now think about what we just saw with the John Major story, man. With the great breakdown from my brother MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, man. That boy, he got a phenomenal channel over there, man, doing, really growing over there, man. So, I want to shout out to that brother right there, man. So I want y'all to understand, man, that you have to make sure that anytime there is verbal disrespect, that is grounds for a cutoff. It's a cutoff, man. It grounds for a cutoff. Because you got to think about it. I've seen situation, man, where a woman will say something to a man that would cause a fight between men, but because she's a woman, she just get away with it. Now she ain't got to get away with it. Don't put your hands on her, but don't put your hands on her no more either. Not even in a sexual way. Just be done with her, bruh. I just don't understand why you have a woman who is like this and you marry her anyway. The woman didn't deserve Jock ring, man. He know it too, man. I know he hurting right now, man. That woman didn't deserve his ring, man. Jock know that. Jock know he messed up, dog. He messed up. And yeah, and that's another thing, too. If we talking about, like, publicly, if it's this bad publicly, we know how bad it is. We know how bad it is. We know. Behind closed doors. If it's this bad in public, man. We know how bad it is behind closed doors. We already know it. Eric, appreciate the 2 bone. Has any woman given you a true gut laugh? Not that I can recall, man. I recall all my true gut laughs, man, and none of them was ever from a woman, I don't think. Matter of fact, I'm sure it wasn't. Nah, I've never gotten it from a woman, man. It's a good question, though, man. Good question. I've never gotten it from a woman. And let me tell y'all something. Jock believed that he can love that Jezzy spirit off this woman. Let me tell you something, bruh. What he has is a woman who's an emotional black hole. She's an energy hole. She gonna drain your energy. That woman that Jonathan Majors with, she gonna drain your energy, bro. Let me tell you something. The very first time you start feeling like, man, I can't stand this, man, or man, I hate this, bro, man, or damn, man, something wrong with her, or man, she's stupid, or whatever you feel like, man, whenever you feel, dog, you're not supposed to have that energy towards your woman. You got the wrong woman in your life, man. Listen, let me tell y'all something right now. Some of y'all act like y'all don't believe in God, but that's why you stuck on stupid situations in your life, doing stupid things, getting stupid results. When a woman is giving you the type of energy, the type of interaction that makes the energy so bad when you start saying things like, man, this girl, she's crazy, man. What's wrong with her, man? Man, I don't like this, bro. I hate this, bro. That's God trying to give you what you need to leave her alone. What you doing? Why you keep holding on to her? The Most High trying to show you the woman ain't for you. You still won't leave her alone. You overlooking everything, still trying to hold on to her. It don't make sense to do these things to yourself, man. Because I tell you, you can take the P route or you can take the simp route. It's always on you, man. Always on you. Never on me. Never on the GLG. It's always on you. I'm telling you, man, you have to get out of that situation, brothers. You got to get out of it. All right, let me see. I missed JK all day super chat earlier, man. Let me see. Oh, there you go. All right, there you go, man. Appreciate you, JK. Appreciate the 5 bone, man. Putting something in the plate. Missed the show last night. Are you going to put it back up or is it on Patreon? Man, it's going to Patreon. I'm gonna put it on Patreon in the morning, man. I had some whatchamacallit with it, man. Had a couple little issues with it, man, where I had to make some changes to it, man. But it'll be on Patreon in the morning, though. Again, man, bless up. OG, I had to send super chat earlier, man. Yeah, man, my bad. Yeah, hey, listen. Famo, SJ3. Boy, that's it right there. Codependency ain't it. Codependency ain't it. The only way you stay in a situation where you know you don't want to be in it is if you're codependent. But let me tell you something, SJ. Let me tell you something crazy right here, man. They're going to blow your mind. Some guys stay in those situations and they don't even get nothing from the woman. It ain't even codependent. The dude take care of everything, but it's codependency on the presence of the woman. It's codependency on needing. Man, let me tell you something. Don't deal with women in any meaningful way until you get your emotional self together. Until you get your emotional self together and make your emotional self whole again, you're going to try to stick to any woman you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what her qualifications are, no matter what her characteristics are. If you haven't navigated the emotional issues that you have, you're going to stick to any woman. And you're going to end up with some toxicity in your life that you ain't going to be able to get rid of because you just need the connectivity with the woman. You just need to be connected. That's why I tell you, man, take that vow to Nazarite, man. The vow to Nazarite, man, pulled me back from any attachment or any need to be attached to people at all, dog. It pulled me back away from it. And I'm telling you, you get yourself back away from it. And then now at that point, if you can't get away from it, then the one probably got roots on you. She probably put some voodoo on you, some craft on you or something, dog. And that's also a possibility. So when a woman is draining your energy and you don't even know what's going on, it's because you are already on low energy reserve. You probably jumped out of one relationship into the next. You got to rebuild yourself, man. You understand? You got to rebuild yourself. I'm telling you, man, listen. Man, Bodyguard Athletic, salute, man. Appreciate the firebomb. Dealt with an energy vampire. I was under a spell for sure. I feel so lively without them around. Listen, bro, and that's that's why it has to be a cold cutoff. If you're in a situation like that, don't try to talk. Don't try to explain it to her. Don't have no conversation with her about it. Just cut her off cold, because every time you go back in, she's going to put another energy hook in you and keep you there. Even though you know the situation is toxic, you ain't benefiting from it, it's draining you and all of that. The minute you think you're strong enough to walk away, don't have a conversation about it. Cut her off. That's the only way. But in order to keep the air in a tire, you got to plug the hole. You understand? You got to plug the hole. The hole is the contact. You got to cut off all contact. And at that point, you can see your way out of it and build some strength to the point where you start to see it for what it is. And I say it because of the entity that's on the woman. Let me tell you something, bro. You can be with a woman that you think is absolutely gorgeous and be under a spell and figure out a way to break that spell. Be blessed enough where God helps you break that spell. And then you see that same woman 6 months later, and you can't believe how you was even with her fugly butt. You can't even believe it. Because you know for a fact what you see didn't happen in 6 months. You understand? But it did happen in 6 months. You understand? The thing you got to understand about the succubus, she only looks enticing when she's living off the energy of others. When the energy starts to lower in her, she becomes who she truly is. So you see that thing that's inside of her start to rise to the surface, and it's not a pretty thing. It's not a pretty thing. And let me tell you something. Here's the thing about it. The energy vampire never goes up in quality of mate. So if you're with her, whatever mate she has after you is going to be less than you. You understand? Because that's the thing about the energy vampire. The strength of the vampire, it wanes every time the energy is lost. Every time the energy is lost. So I want y'all to understand, man, you got to keep in mind, brothers, and I want y'all to never forget that anytime a woman had an exorbitant amount of intimate partners, her soul is a wasteland. And there is no bouncing back from it. You look at the energy surrounding her is always negative. You look at the occurrences and the things that take place around her, they're always negative. And the longer you deal with her, that negative energy starts to seep over into your life. And you can't even understand what's going on in your life. You blaming everybody else and thinking it might be something else. But by the time you realize what it is, your energy stores are low. And so you need to be there for the connection, because that's the only way you get access to your energy again. That's the whole purpose of the energy vampire is not to drain you and just leave you there. The purpose of watch a vampire movie, a modern vampire movie. What they do, they take you somewhere and then they string you up somewhere so they can constantly feed. The goal is to keep you there so she can constantly feed. Constantly energy feed, man. You know what I'm saying? The Brain Carrier Show, man. Salute, man. Remember for 14 months. Appreciate it. Can a parent be a vampire too? Of course. Anybody can. Anybody can, bro. And so you got to know when it's on you, man, because I'm telling you, let me tell y'all something. The telltale sign is everybody around you is telling you they don't like her. If everybody around you is trying to pull you away from her, they don't like her. That's why you can't be a loner and not have nobody that you can introduce a woman to, man. You got to have people around you, man, that can tell you the energy they getting off of her. Because if you caught up in the energy from day one, that's why you got to think about it, man. That's why so many low-level women will be intimate with you really fast. You know what I'm saying? Because they need the energy. That's why this whole thing about dating down, it don't make sense for men to do, because you date down, man, you got a better chance of running into an energy vamp. You got a better chance of running into a succubus, man. And I'm telling you, once you get caught up in it, bro, it is hard. It is hard to get away from it. Yeah, Blocks Deep, you said a mouthful, man. Yeah, she was bringing up stuff that you had nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? And speaking to you about it as if you did have something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to tie you into anything. Don't get emotional with the woman. When you get emotional, you got to think about it. She's an emotional being. That's her end. That's how she plunges her siphon in really deep and just start to drain your energy out. I'm telling you, brother, it's a serious thing out here, man. This is no joke, man. This is some real shit, and you can get caught up in it, dog. I'm telling you, you can. You really can. You got to think about it, man. I want y'all to think about the emotional state of a woman who has given herself to other men and been in so many relationships that all failed. At a certain point, internally, she stops giving and becomes a taker, energy-wise. At a certain point, all her energy is gone. She don't have any more energy to give you. So what she does is siphon your energy. Now she can fake it. If she's running on low energy stores, she can fake it. Now how does she keep her energy from draining completely? There's always somebody she can go be intimate with. You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody she can go be intimate with in a pinch and get some energy. You know what I'm saying? But it's low quality energy. You know what I'm saying? It's low quality energy, but it's enough to keep her going until she can latch into your energy. When she latches into your energy, suddenly she's an amazing woman. Why? Because your energy is connected to your entire being. So once she drains your energy, she can become what you want her to become. Why? Because being around her in the beginning, you're thinking she might be that. So your thoughts and your energy and your ideals and the way you interact with her, it's easy for her to see what it is that you want her to be. And then as you relax and get comfortable, you start yapping, running your mouth, telling her everything you want her to be. And as she's becoming that, you're not realizing, you're so caught up in the fairy tale world of what you think she is, you don't even realize that you're feeding her the information and the energy that she can use. She gets your energy, recycles it, and becomes what you want her to be. But she's not really that, because those short bursts of who she truly is come out. That one time where she got a little rowdy, that time you heard that she seemed like a good girl, don't even use profanity. Then you heard her get angry at the drive-thru, or you heard her get angry with her sister, and you saw something come out of her that you hadn't seen before. But you're too caught up by that point. You know what you're saying? Well, I mean, we all make mistakes, and sometimes people get on your nerves, and you might have to respond like that, and I ain't gonna hold it against her. And that's how you start doing. You understand? You do that one time, you're gonna do it every time. And before you know it, you end up in a situation like Young Jock, where the woman just toxic all over the place all the time, and now you stuck. You stuck. And I'm gonna be honest with you, brother, that ain't a place you want to be. That ain't the place you want to be. And by the time you realize she is who she is, it's too late. You caught up in the toxicity now. Your energy stores are so low that you can't leave. Because here's the thing, here's the difference between a man and a woman. And here's what I want y'all to know that the gift of the woman is. A woman with low energy can still get a man with high energy to be intimate with her if she looks halfway decent. A man with low energy is going to have a hard time getting a woman with higher energy, or a higher level woman than the one who draining his energy. Very hard to do. Because when your energy drains, women don't have that innate desire to be laid all the time like we do. You know what I'm saying? Like we do. Now, they want to. We like even in the animal kingdom. You look at the animal kingdom. The most female species are very discriminate. They're very discriminatory when it comes to who they're gonna mate with. Dudes, the males, they don't care. All them will fight. They don't care. They'll fight to deletion because they want to be the one that could just go get it in without everybody. You know what I'm saying? All the females. So that's kind of how we're wired as humans. So when you look at it, when your energy is low, you can't go get a higher level woman, because what it takes, if you're going to energy bond with someone outside of her, it's going to take a higher level woman to elevate your energy above that. And then you can see what you need to see for a brief second. Just in a brief second. But then if you don't detach, then you're gonna get that energy drain too. You know what I'm saying? But if you keep, it's just rare. It's hard to be with a higher level woman when you're dealing with a low level woman, bro. It is hard. That's why so many men have a high level woman and then they side chick could be a low level woman. It is rare when you have when your main chick is a low level woman. It's rare that your side chick is a high level woman. It just don't really happen, bro. Yeah, like Bama said, he's too weak and not attractive to the women based on his energy. Yeah, his energy is weak and soft, and all his masculinity has been drained, and he ain't confident, and he ain't gonna say the right thing. He ain't gonna do none of that, man. I'm telling you. Ice Cold G, my brother. Salute, man. Appreciate the doc testimony. You're 100% on point on everything. Oh, shorty want to continue to drain me, but I was never completely caught up. All kinds of love bombing, but that vow Nazarite isolated me and kept me away completely. Man, boy, that thing, it'll do it, won't it? Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I missed the isolation, man. I've been really considering jumping back on the vow. You know, I've been really considering starting my new year off, man. You know, starting 2024 off rather. I really been thinking about, man, jumping on the vow, man, starting 2024 off, man, on the vow to Nazarite, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I will, brothers. Matter of fact, I am. I'm gonna take another vow, man. I'm gonna take another vow to Nazarite, man. First of the year, man. Just starting 2024 off right, man, with a vow to Nazarite, new vow. Because it's not something you can only do once. You know what I'm saying? You can do it more than once because it's the only time you live your life that way completely is when you're on the vow to Nazarite. It's a very strict life. So another thing, man, I tell you is this, man, you got to understand that in order for you to get caught up in a situation like this, you have to do something crazy, like offer monogamy. You can never offer monogamy to a woman who has never had monogamy before. You can't. I mean, a woman who's been in multiple relationships, and she has never had monogamy, bruh. She don't have the energy left to properly reciprocate what's need to be reciprocated in monogamy, man. She don't need it. You know what I'm saying? She don't want it. She don't have enough. She don't have enough left to give. She don't have enough dedication, enough patience, enough perseverance. She don't have enough of any of that left. Because that's only supposed to happen one time in a woman's life, maybe two. But a woman's been in and out of relationships over and over again, dog. She is drained beyond the point of anything. And let me tell you something else you can notice. Sometimes you'll be with a woman and she'll be an energy vampire. But if you are tight with God, if you are tight with the Most High, her draining your energy won't affect her in a positive manner. Now, it's still going to drain you, but she won't be able to grow off your energy. Her life will diminish off of your energy because she's being punished for daring to drain the energy of one of God's chosen. And her life will go downhill from draining your energy. You understand? Now, your life gonna start sliding too, but you won't have to turn the power that she'll have. You in that situation have no excuse not to leave because God has already given you the strength and already given you the tool of seeing that you need to leave. It'll still be obvious to you. Now, the job of leaving is still going to be tough because you are having your energy drained, but you'll just have to do it. You understand? You'll have to figure out how to do it. It's a tough thing to do, man, but you just got to figure out how to do it. You got to figure out how to do it. And the reason this works on you, because you believe you can bribe a woman into being a good girl. You believe that you can heal her. You believe that you can save her. But there's no such thing. You can't. You can't. Project 07, appreciate the 5-bone. Energy vampires are real. I dealt with one. The drain is something serious. It took the Most High to remove her from my life. Man, that's what it takes. That's what it takes, man. Listen, bro, I promise you, the level of toxicity that you'll encounter when you are being drained by succubus brothers. Hey, listen, it's scary, bro. I mean, it really is. Because you just won't be yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you find yourself dealing with a woman, man, and you change from who you are and you become more concerned, and you start becoming timid, and you started, because you got to think about it. The energy she wants to drain from you is your masculinity. She draining your masculine energy from you, your alpha energy from you. So you become more and more and more Mr. Softy. You know what I'm saying? You become, man, listen, think about the cat you knew, man, who was banging in the gym, banging, man, 3-4 times a week. Hella good shape, hella good. Got with a woman, man, and totally let himself go. What would make a man stop working out and taking care of himself because he would a woman? Because she locked into him and started draining this masculine energy. What is that? Testosterone. He was lazy. He didn't feel like doing it. He was tired. He didn't want to go hit the iron. So the one thing that would help preserve his testosterone and keep it growing and keep it thriving, working out, the first thing that happened pulled him away from that. He didn't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? He was content with just laying up with the woman. Bro, let me tell you something. If you are a man, a real true man, you're not gonna nearly give a woman the time that she wants. You got to be up under her enough where she could drain your energy, and then you become the type of man who want to spend that type of time with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, bro, it's a serious situation out here, man. And I want y'all to be able to protect yourselves, man, because once you caught up in it, it is hell to get out of, man. I'm telling you. It's hell to get out of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I talk to guys all the time, man. They so caught up in the man. Man, listen, sometimes, man, these guys be older guys, man. They be caught up on some young baddie, bro. And I'm talking about, he ain't even got a whole lot of energy left to be draining. He can't afford to have no energy drained. Wearing him out. Wearing him out, brothers. Wearing him out. Here's what I want y'all to understand. Here's what I want Jonathan Majors to understand. Here's what I want young Jock to understand. Here's what I want Will Smith to understand. We ain't even talking about Steve. He seemed to be happy. Okay, keep being happy, Steve. Here's what I want all these guys to understand, and you men too. Stop forgetting you're too good for her. She's blessed to have you. And a little bit lucky, if you will. But she doesn't deserve you. You're just a blessing to her life. God put on your spirit to give her a chance, to be with her, to give her opportunity, to see if she could be the helpmeet you need in your life. And if she can't, then you got to understand that she doesn't know how to appreciate blessings. She doesn't know how to receive blessings. And that's fine. If you don't know how to receive blessings, then you don't need blessings. Stop forgetting you're too good for her. You understand? You think about the standards that a woman has, how she want a man that's getting paper, want a man that's, nah, bruh. If a woman finds the man who has the characteristics that she likes, she lucked up, she's blessed. Because it doesn't happen all the time. I want y'all to understand that. Stop relaxing your demands and requirements by dumbing them down. And then you dumb down your own value. Listen, if you, look, let's use the 1 to 10 scale. If you value yourself as a 10, why would you lower your standards and expectations to what a 5 would want? Well, not just expectation, but demands to what a 5 would want. That means as a 10, you're going to get what a 5 would. You relaxing everything too much, man. Listen, you got to make people work. And if one want to be in your life, dog, you got to make her work. That's what you got to do. That's your job as a man, to make her work for what she gets. You're giving provision and protection, spiritual guidance, leadership. Come on, man. What you doing? That's why the first thing you got to do, you got to make sure one will follow you spiritually. If a woman doesn't follow your lead spiritually, man, she get her out of your life. She can't even get through the door. She can't even put a foot inside of the door to your life. She got to stay outside in the yard. Don't step on my porch. Stay down there in the yard. Watch out for that dog poop. I got some dogs in the yard, but just stay in the yard. Don't get on my porch. You got to remember that when you ignore the signs of detrimental spiritual energy, you are telling the succubus, come into my life. You are welcome here. We want you here. We have been waiting on you here. We have whatever you want. We have porridge. There is there you what you want a red stripe beer. There's a red stripe beer here. There is what you want. You want what? Oh man. Damn, golly. Oh, my bad. So you can't do it, bro. You got to fall back, man. You got to take care of yourself. You got to look out for yourself, brothers. I see too many men getting caught up in this energy, man. And then you see a man who got his stuff together, man, and he with this woman, man, that you can look at it and tell she got the spirit on her, man. And he just stay with her. He just stay with her, man. He don't go nowhere. I'm like, damn, is that what we doing? Is that what we doing? You got to remember, man. You got to remember. If she is not aligned with a man who understands and is connected with the Most High, then she is connected with all the spirit entities of the world. Something occult. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, brothers. And I want y'all to understand, it don't matter how fine she is. Certain things you cannot accept because you are accepting the spirit of Jezzy into your life, man. And I want y'all to stop doing that shit, man. You owe yourself better than that. We all owe ourselves better than that. So why ain't we giving ourselves the thing we need? Couple super chats here, man. Let me get to them. Dr. Lee, chosen one. Salute, man. Salute. Appreciate you. Dr. Lee says, I've seen the works of the Most High against my ex. Yeah, bro. I mean, and listen, when he get to work, he get to work. J to G, welcome. Welcome to the Alpha family. D. Foster, appreciate the fireball, man. Yo, Doc, could you give a breakdown of the vow to Nazarite and what it entails on the King Ray Ray show? Yeah, I'm putting it together now, man. I'm putting it together. Somebody else asked me about it too, man. I'm putting it together, D. Foster. Hugh Stone, appreciate the fireball. Don't fear losing a woman and don't fear being alone. These are weaknesses that will be exploited by her. Exactly. Because here's the thing. You can't lose the woman. The thing about fearing losing a woman, you can't lose her because you can't make her stay. There's no such thing as losing her. Man, let me tell y'all something. Boy, this gonna make y'all feel some kind of way, but this is real. If you got a woman, man, she'll leave your life whenever the hell she get ready. You can't keep her. You can't fear losing her because she comes and goes as she pleases. You understand? She can leave whenever she get ready. She ain't got to get your permission or nothing. So how you gonna keep something that can't be controlled? If you can't listen, man, if you can't control it, you can't console it. And it's just like somebody stole it. Because when she leave, ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't file a police report. She gone. She can move around in your life however she want to. Whenever she get ready, man, she can up and leave tomorrow. She could have up and left today. If you got a woman, man, she can go whenever she get ready to go. So stop worrying about keeping her. Hell, you should have never let her in the situation in the first place. Not no situation like that where she got that type of control over the situation, man. It don't make sense to do it. It doesn't make sense. You're dealing with a woman who probably has no ability to pair bond based on the multiple situation in which she's been in that she hasn't pair bonded in years. You understand? The last 5 men she wished she ain't pair bond with now one of them, she just was draining energies and having her energy all over the place. So you got to think about it. Because she's in a situation where she's draining energy, if she's been with 5 men, she drained all 5 of the energy, so she got the energy of 5 men in her. You want to be the 6th? Is that what you want to do? Don't do it, man. Big Nick, salute. Welcome to GLG. Reach Dollars, what's good, man? Good to see you in the joint, man. Salute to you. J to G, appreciate the dub. Yes, sir. I gave a woman a life she didn't earn. Total upgrade. She tried to disrespect and treat me like a chump. I dropped her off. Lesson learned. Appreciate the gems. Man, listen, bro, that's a strong move. Listen, man, every man who has ever put a woman in the position that she didn't deserve to be in, and you built up and you mustered up the intestinal fortitude, the gumption to get rid of her, man, I want you to give yourself a salute, give yourself a pat on the back, man, and show yourself some love, because if you were able to do that, man, you save your life. Because let me tell you what the sucker will do, man. She'll drain you down to your very last compound. and leave you barely hanging on to any semblance of your alpha energy, any semblance of your masculine energy, and then move on to the next and leave you there trying to rebuild yourself. Not even rebuild your life, rebuild yourself. Needing time for yourself to repair. Come on, man, I ain't finna do that. It don't make sense, brothers. I would not do it. I would not do it. Do not do it. You are making a mistake if you do it. You are making a mistake if you do it. You'll build yourself a lifetime attachment to negative energy and environments, man. Listen, that's why the energy is so toxic with a woman who from the hood. When you look at these young chicks, man, look at the young rap chicks. When you look at them, man, they from the hood. Look at that energy, man. Look how toxic the energy is. You know what I'm saying? It's different, bro. It's different energy. And all she can be is a succubus at that point. All she can do is drain your energy. By the God that have ladies, appreciate the 5 bone, man. By the God say, I've seen the Most High work with former #1 contenders in my life. They all had a downside after having me in their life. Yeah, man. You know what? And that's how it really is, man. And this ain't even something you have to tell a woman, man. But anytime, man, a woman is no longer, she's no longer in my life, man. She gonna slide. She ain't gonna go up. She gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? When she meet me, she gonna ascend, and when I'm gone, she gonna descend. You know what I'm saying? She gonna go back to where she was, or even lower. That's just how it is. It's gonna be that way, and it should be that way, because you cannot get my energy. You can get what you earn, and ain't nothing you can do to earn access to my energy. I won't do it, man. Ain't nothing she could do. No way. I can't do it, brothers. You know, I look at it, man, and I say, as men, what we have to understand is this. It's our job. At all times, it's our job to have the woman that we want in our lives and have the relationship that we want to have with that woman. And I want y'all to understand that it takes a well-made up mind to fight for the right to have that in your life. And when you do, it sounds just like this. SJ3, my brother, salute. All the brothers with the donations, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.